Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you have never seen me before, thank you so much for clicking on my video. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. On my channel, I do makeup for the everyday girl. I do nail videos, hair videos every now and then. I also do haul videos, so if that is something you guys are totally into, if you are not subscribed, I really do hope you would take the time to do so. So in today's video, I am just doing a video on my beauty likes and dislikes. Some of the items I have already hauled in a previous video, and then some I have used on my channel and, you know, told you guys if I liked them or didn't like them at the time, but I am going to show them in this video. I am once again in my bathroom again, so I really do hope that the quality or the color of the video is way better than it was last time, but I am working on that. First, because I don't want to end this video on a sour or bad note, I am going to start with the beauty products that I dislike the most. Not saying that they're bad products, they just didn't quite work for me. So I'm going to start with the items that I just couldn't, you know, get along with first, and then I will do the items that I liked or loved the most towards the end. Okay, so the first item on my list that I didn't quite like or love, or I'll just be quite honest, the products that I actually hated. These products, like I mentioned in a video when I hauled them, they are very natural, they're plant-based feminine care, but y'all, the Honey Pot normal foaming feminine washed kind of did your girl wrong. It did not agree with me, so you know when items don't agree with us, you know what happens. But yes, that's what happened with this. And then also, you can see this pack is still full of the panty liners. I used it once, I gave it another try. Because they have mint and like it gives you a cooling sensation, you literally feel like you're on fire down there, I promise. So I'm not making this up and not saying that this doesn't work for everybody. It just didn't work for me. I'm a very sensitive person. I'm sensitive to fragrance and perfume and all the different kind of stuff. And even though this supposedly doesn't have fragrance, it got something and it just didn't work for me. So sorry to say, this is the #1 thing, and I really hate that I wasted my money. But again, I still got a chance to support the brand. But honestly, y'all, I washed my beauty blenders and my makeup sponges with this, so because I couldn't use it where it's supposed to be used, I washed my sponges with it and it did a good job. So the Honey Pot products, if it worked for you guys, let me know down in the comments, and if it didn't, let me know down in the comments, because I don't know if it was just me. So yeah, let me know. For the next item that just didn't work for me, I did also haul this item in that same video I hauled the Honey Pot items in. This is the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. It's very inexpensive. I believe this primer was actually under $5, maybe like $4.70 or something like that. But it didn't break me out. The only thing it did was it didn't make my makeup last throughout the day. So by the end of the day, I had cracks in my makeup. I had cracks everywhere. My smile lines were showing really bad. I had cracks on my cheeks, cracks on my nose, just cracks everywhere. So yeah, I gave this a try a good 2 or 3 times, and it did the same exact thing. You know, I don't get those results with my normal loved primers, but this, it didn't work out. So if you have tried this, let me know if it worked for you. I mean, it is a steal for the price. But y'all, I just don't know. It didn't work. So yeah, the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer was a no. Next on my list is the Essence Pure Nude Sunlighter Palette. Okay, this palette was literally only about $10. You can purchase this item at CVS or Ulta. And I'm sure you can on the Essence Cosmetic website. But the highlighters in this palette, they just didn't work for me. They went on pretty sheer and they seemed like they had a lot of glitter in them. So, and they basically didn't last on my skin all day. I would put them on before I set my face. I would put more on my face after I set my face, and it just didn't work out for me. It literally just looked like I put glitter on my face. So yeah, even though I really wanted to love this product and it was a really great price for the amount of product that you get, but just didn't work for me. So I'm sure a lot of people actually love these, because if I didn't hear that people actually love these, I wouldn't have purchased it. So but for me, not saying that it's bad, because it may work for you and you may like it, but it just didn't work for me. Okay, also on my dislike list, you guys, don't be mad, but I know that a lot of people actually love this Fenty mascara. I am just not a fan of the wand. It has like a flat side, like both of these sides here are flat, and then the other side kind of expands out, but it doesn't do anything for my lashes. When I first got it, it was really wet. It was so wet. I even left it open for like an hour just to see if it can, you know, get a little thicker, but it was just too wet for me, and it actually really just does nothing for my lashes. I did mention in a previous video that I had to prime my lashes in order for me to like it, but even after that, there's better mascaras that work better than this. I do love all of the Essence mascara, so if you don't like to spend a lot of money on mascara, Essence Cosmetics have the best drugstore mascara, so I kind of just like to stick to them. But you know, I don't want to be hated, but me and the Fenty mascara, what is it called, the full frontal mascara in Black is Black? Yeah, no, it's not Black is Black, cause I'm black. Yes, it didn't quite work out for me. So even though I love Fenty's products, I'm a fan of a lot of Fenty's products. The only thing I have never used from Fenty is their eyeshadow. I didn't even purchase any of the recent Snap shadows just because I just really wasn't into it. Mainly because I'm, you know, more into luxury eyeshadows now, even though, you know, it's way out of my price range and my budget, but you know. Yeah, I'm way more into luxury eyeshadows, and I do have a few drugstore eyeshadows, but yeah, I just never tried it. But yeah, as far as the Fenty mascara, it is a no for me. So on my dislike list is the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. This primer is so thick. It's like a rock inside of this little jar. Like, it takes a lot to get it out of the jar, just to get it on your eyes. Like, you can dig in it with your finger, you can dig in it with a brush, and then when you go to place it on your eyelid, it pretty much, it's like you have to tug a lot at your eyelid just to get it to spread out. If it was a little more creamy, like maybe some of the potted concealers, it probably will work better, but it's so hard in here, and I don't know how long it will last, because I have a feeling that after having this for a little while, it's gonna get rock hard and you're not gonna really be able to do anything with it. But I did use it a few times. I had to set it. Once I got it spread out on my eyelids, I did have to set it. When I tried to leave it on, you know, as it was, I could not blend my eyeshadows out for nothing. It's like the brush would not move. So yes, I'm not a fan of this. So this is again the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer, and then some people may like it, because again, I would not have purchased this if I did not hear some people say that they like this. So, but for me, it was a fail. And I also had it in the shade Sand. So if you are around my skin complexion, Fenty 370, MAC NC45, then this is the color that you would get, Sand, if you wanted to try it out. But I mean, I wouldn't waste my money. And last on my dislike list was this YSL Touche Eclat. Did I say it right? Touche Eclat Blur Primer. Even though this was a deluxe sample, I didn't buy this. I got this free. I know not to buy the actual size. Like, I'm not gonna spend $50, $55, $60. Not exactly sure of the correct price, but in between $50 and $60. I'm not gonna spend it on this. This actually did nothing for me. It has like glitter gold flakes in it. It actually broke me out. So I didn't notice it doing anything to my pores. It didn't minimize my pores. It didn't make my makeup last longer. It just, you basically pay for the name brand. So yeah, so I'm not gonna ever probably buy the large size of this, but yeah, YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer, no. Okay, so got all of the negativity out of the way. Let's quickly move on to the items that I actually like. First, I'm going to start with the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush Face Palette. It's actually not a full face palette because it doesn't come with a bronzer or anything like that. But I actually love the cream blush in this palette. And if I could only have the blushes in this palette as well as the glow powder, this gold one right here, I would be really happy with this palette. I do like the palette. I wasn't going to put it on my dislike list because I do like most of the product in this palette. I don't like everything in this palette, but I really do. I am in love with the cream blush, so I can't wait till Fenty comes out with their cream blushes, because yes, I'm going to actually cop a few of them, because the cream blush, I love the way it looks on my skin. It doesn't show texture. Now, I can't speak on how Fenty's will react to me, but as far as this Natasha Denona one, it was awesome. It's real natural looking. It kind of make my skin look youthful. It didn't show texture, so I really, really love it. So yeah, and actually these may still be on sale at Sephora, and I also think Natasha Denona has them on sale on her site. They're like 50% off, so instead of $89, you'll be paying $44.50. So I have the citrus palette, so yes, get it. Next on my list is the Sephora Pro Face Palette in Deep. I already own the medium palette, which I have hauled it in a video way last year. So I actually have it right here. This is the medium palette. And then as you can see, I have used it a whole lot. Now, when I first got the palette, it kind of would stand up by itself. You can open it up and the mirror would stay. So I really love that, because I can set it like on my desk or my counter, and then I can use this. A really great mirror, especially for traveling, if you want to take this with you, because you can use all of these products for eyeshadow. You can use them for blush. You can use them to contour, to bronze, to whatever. Now, I guess because the palette got older, it don't stay up anymore. So that's the only thing that I don't like, because if you do pay full price for this palette, it is $58. And I recently copped the Deep palette on sale for $28 or $29. So yes, but I am actually in love with the Deep palette. The tones in here are better for my skin tone. They're better for my complexion, and actually I'm wearing it today. So I love the Deep palette. So if I had to choose between the medium and the Deep, I would choose the Deep. So yes, these are awesome. Like I said, for the price, if you are willing to pay the full $58, you are still getting a steal, because you get a ton of product in here. But the negative thing is they aren't on sale anymore, so a lot of people can't get them. But if you want to pay full price, still get these. Get them. You need them. Yes. For the next favorite on my list, this brush came in an actual set. This was the Milk Makeup and Sephora collaboration. It came with face brushes. I think it was a concealer brush. It was this powder brush. It was like a foundation and like maybe their foundation stick blend out brush. I'm not sure, but out of all of the brushes in that set, this brush has become my favorite, and I actually use this brush for my bronzer. So yes, I love this brush, and if I could have only purchased this brush, I would have, because this is the only reason I bought that set, because I heard very good things about this brush. So yeah, I actually love this brush, but I'm not going to spend it. It's dirty, so you know, don't judge me. I did use it today, but I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it because it's a brush. But if this set does become available again, I would get it. I think it was like on the high $50-something range. So if you wanted to spend that amount, I mean, hey, but yes, if you really love brushes like I do, I love to collect them and I love to try new brushes out. So yeah, get it. Also on my loves list is this Refresh Daily Clean Sephora Daily Brush Cleaner. I love this stuff because all you do is spray your brush. It comes with a little pump. There's two sizes. I actually got the big one, so 6.75 fluid ounces comes in this one. And if I'm not mistaken, the price may have been in between $10 and $15. I want to say $15, but I've actually been having this for a little while. It makes my brushes really, really soft. It cleans them off. Your brushes are not wet because I believe the stuff in here is kind of like oily, but your brushes aren't wet. You can spray your brush, you wipe it off on a towel, and it's clean, and you can move on to a different color, like if you want to use the same brush. So yes, this is awesome in between deep washing and cleaning your brushes. This is great to use, especially if you're on the go, and if you're like me who don't like washing my brushes. This is awesome. So I actually just probably wash my brushes literally once or twice a month because I use this and it cleans them really well. So don't judge me, but yeah. I hate washing my brushes. Next, I have this natural moisturizing moisturizer from The Ordinary. Even though I wasn't a fan of the primer that came from this brand, I really love the moisturizer. I like to use it at night after I cleanse my face. Didn't make me break out. It works really well. It moisturizes my skin. It does pretty much what it says that it's gonna do. And then I checked Sephora's site this morning, and this is actually sold out. So I mean, I guess a lot of people like it. For this big container, this is actually 3.3 fluid ounces. This product was between $7 and $8. I mean, inexpensive, and it works really good. So I like to use it at night. I don't use it before my makeup because it is a little heavy, but at night this is great. I don't wake up with dry skin. So if you wanted to give The Ordinary moisturizer a try, I would do so. And y'all, I have really been enjoying, even though I have a lot of natural and nude makeup palettes and I don't have many drugstore palettes, I have been loving this Maybelline News of New York palette. It is amazing. No, I'm not wearing this today, but it's good. The mattes are buttery and creamy. They glide on. They blend out well. They are great. So if you would like to try this palette, or if you were wondering about it, and I actually did use this palette in a video, and I will link the video, I think it's this corner right up here. You won't regret it. If you get it at Ulta, it's about $14. If you get it at Walmart, it's about $12. So anywhere else, CVS is $14. Anywhere it's on the higher side, it'll be at a drugstore or at Ulta. But if you want to save money on this palette, I will get it at Walmart. But it's a really good palette and you will not regret it. So it's great for every day. I think you can use it. You can glam up. Now the shimmers, they need a little help. You have to wet your brush for some of them, not all of them, but the mattes are awesome. So if you really had thoughts about getting this palette, pick it up now. And also on my loves list is this e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge. This sponge blends out the concealer under your eye, or basically anywhere you want to use it on your face. It blends it out so good. And I'm not going to spend so much time talking about this because it's a sponge. But if you get it maybe at Ulta, it's probably around $5. If you get it at a place like CVS, I think I've seen it as high as $8. So just depending, maybe if they have it at Walmart, I'm sure to be around the $5 range. But I haven't seen it at Walmart, so I'm not sure. But this sponge is good. So if you need a new sponge for blending out your concealer under your eyes, or also even setting your concealer with powder, this sponge is good. Yes. Okay, so y'all know that the Maybelline brow pencils are my favorite brow pencils, but don't sleep on Ulta products, because these are the Ulta Ultra Slim brow pencils. These are so good. Like, I don't ever see people talking about these. And then if you want to know the reason why I have 4 is because they were on sale. Because they do usually retail for about $10, but they were 4 for $20 or something like that. So basically you got them for $5 a piece. But these pencils are so good. So I probably will bounce between these and my Maybelline brow slim or whatever it's called brow pencil, but I love these. And in these I use the shade, I think it's dark brown. In the Maybelline Ultra Slim brow pencil I use deep brown, I think deep brown, but in these I have dark brown, and they work so good, so smooth, so creamy, they don't tug. Amazing. So if you can find them on sale, if you don't want to pay $10 for them, wait until they're on sale for $5, and make sure you get a bunch of them because they are good. Yes. And last on my loves list, because I'm tired of talking and I don't want to keep y'all here all day, is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Palette. I love this palette, and I can actually use 3 of the shades in here. I can use the deep shade, I can use the one next to it, and I can also use the one up here. Now, I haven't really put my brush in this one, but I'm sure I can find some use for it. But this palette is about $9.99, $10 at Ulta. You can also find this palette at some CVS, and you can also purchase it at the Essence Cosmetic website, I'm pretty sure. But for $10 with all these amazing, smooth, buttery bronzers, you are not going to regret it. These bronzers are so good. I have put down my high-end expensive bronzers, and I've only basically been switching between this one and my Sephora Pro face palette. So yes, this is on the same level as that palette. So if you don't have this palette, I really suggest you get it, because I saw so many great reviews on this palette. People who actually love high-end makeup was using this. So I was like, okay, if they like it, it must be good. So I couldn't find it in store, and then when they actually closed all of the Ultas due to us, you know why, I want to talk about that. So because all of the stores are closed, I did order this online, and I have been using it ever since. So yes, this one is a yes, 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 yes. You get all the yeses on this palette. And before we go, just in case I get questions about what I'm wearing on my eyes, I'm wearing my Pat McGrath number 5 Bronze Seduction palette. I don't give this palette enough love, and I do own 2 Pat McGrath palettes. I own this one, and I also have the number 7. This is 5, so I have 7, the Divine Rose. I don't give either one of those palettes enough use or enough love. I mean, they cost enough money, so I need to actually put them to use, but I want it to be red and glittery and everything today on this nice quarantine closed-in day. So I decided to go ahead and use this one. It's always a favorite. It's not a favorite for this video. It's been a favorite since I got it. So this really isn't included in today's video, but I just wanted to mention it just in case you were wondering what I was wearing on my eyes. Yes, this palette. So if you ever get the chance to get one of Pat McGrath's palettes, I would highly suggest you either start with this one or the Divine Rose palette, simply because they are the most everyday wearable. The rest of them have really bright colors. Now, if that's something that you're into, go forward. So yeah, if you don't have any one of her palettes, I suggest you start with maybe this one first. So that's it. Thank you so much for sitting through to the end. Listen to me yap and yap and yap about products that I like and dislike. Even though, again, I'm not saying that the products that didn't work for me are bad products, because I'm sure everyone has their own opinion about everything that they use. So yeah, don't be mad. If you are not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button on your way out. Don't forget to tap that bell so you can get notifications for all of my future uploads. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.